Welcome to the new TMZ Live, where we bring you inside our newsroom as our staff chases down today's stories in real time.
Welcome to TMZ Live. We have a lot to talk about today. We are going to start. Hold on one second.
We may be a little distracted at moments. We are in the middle of working on a very big story, so this is going to be fluid as we go through this today. But
okay, let's start with
Denise Richards.
We are going to start with Denise Richards and her estranged husband, who now says there is a reason he filed for divorce.
Right. We knew that it was all about a fight on July 4th. He said that. Denise said that. But there is a different version about why they were fighting on July 4th. And Aaron Pfeifers spoke to us exclusively about that weekend. And this is his version, some of his version of what transpired. He says this is really about the fact that Denise was cheating, that he had caught her cheating.
And it came to a head on July 4th. That on July 4th, he said he couldn't find his phone. And he's looking all around for his phone in their house. And he eventually finds it. But where he found it led to the confrontation.
I'm looking around and I just had this sinking feeling that's in one of the garbage bins. I'm digging through it, and I find this one of our bath towels. It's gray, like charcoal gray. And there's my phone. It's smashed to pieces. I have her passcodes for her stuff. I'm going through it and I go in to delete it and I see some text messages that are super inappropriate. And I'm like, what the hell? And she goes, what? She wakes up and I go, why are you doing this? And she goes, oh my God, please don't leave me. Don't leave me. Crushed, man. 9 years with vows. Before she said, no problem. You can look at my stuff anytime. I want to rebuild trust after I caught her the first time. Well, I opened her computer and all I did is I hit refresh or upload or sync or whatever. I just hit iCloud thing, man. And it repopulated all the text communication that she deleted from her stuff. And it was jaw-dropping.
So let me just kind of explain this. So he couldn't figure out why would she destroy his cell phone. And the reason that she allegedly destroyed the phone is he had taken pictures of her phone and the various text messages.
It was her laptop.
Her laptop.
He says he found these text messages between her and this other man on her laptop and took photos.
So he puts it on his phone, and she allegedly destroys the phone so it would remove evidence, which is weird because it'd be in the cloud.
Why wouldn't she realize that and that he's going to have a copy of it on the cloud?
Well, that's his story. That's his story.
Right.
So then he goes and files for divorce. He says that he caught her once and then caught her a second time and then finds these and then finds out that she destroys the phone, and that's it. He files for divorce.
Now, he said that the other thing we thought was weird is because he listed the date of separation as July 4th. Now we know why. But then he filed for divorce on July 7th, that Monday after 4th of July weekend, ran to court, and we were wondering, it seemed like he was more prepared for this because of everything he listed in the divorce.
Right.
He says the reason he raced to court was to get there before Denise.
Which makes no sense because
after they had the fight on July 4th and 5th, Denise contacted his mother, Aaron's mother, he says, and told her that she was going to divorce Aaron.
So it doesn't make any difference. California is a no-fault state.
Right.
Guys,
you're going to take that
I
call?
need to pause. Can you kill my mic?
Kill Harvey's mic. What Aaron told Devin was that the reason he wanted to talk about this is because Denise has made this allegation that Aaron abused her, that he was beating her for several years. And she had that photo. Remember, we showed you the very graphic photo of a black eye that she had. He says that's absolutely not the case, and he wanted to make it clear what was really going on and why he filed for divorce. As for that black eye, what did he say about the black eye?
So essentially, obviously, he had denied that he ever
hit her
ever. I said, well, in her restraining order, there's a date she gives in 2022 and put the photo up there with like that horrific black eye. Like, do you know what happened? And he says that allegedly she was drunk and showed up at his office, and that she fell and hit a pole that was at her, like she fell into a pole because she was wasted, right, according to him. And that not only that, but he has employees of his who witnessed the whole thing that can basically back up his story. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. So we got agency video from yesterday of Aaron showing, he was leaving the Malibu Sheriff's Department. And so we reached out to them, and all they would confirm was that he did show up to file a police report. They wouldn't tell us the narrative, but I reached out to some people. They told me he went yesterday to file the police report over the smashed cell phone.
Hi. It's Shanna from Pennsylvania. This is a very messy and sad situation between the two. No one deserves to be treated in such a way when it comes to violence or abuse, verbal abuse. And the looks of it, it doesn't look like that Denise fell and injured her own self from being drunk and coming into his office.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about things going over the top, and we're going to see that, I think, as this divorce plays out, because clearly they both have a lot of issues and things that were going on before they even got to the point of filing for divorce. Coldplay and the continued fallout from that Coldplay concert, and of course, you know, the astronomer CEO, Andy Byron, was caught on the Jumbotron with the head of HR at his company. He is no longer part of that company. Over the weekend, Andy Byron filed his notice of he resigned from his post as CEO of that company. This morning, the new CEO, or the acting CEO, put out a whole message where he is trying to make it clear to investors in the company, we're okay, that we still have our values. Andy Byron is gone now, but we still don't know what's going to happen with Kristen Cabot. But I want to show you this video because before he resigned, we actually got this angle of the video. This is shot from behind Andy and Kristen, and you can see at points in this video where they are clearly very, very cozy.
This is insane. I mean, this is just the story that keeps on giving. So some people thought like, oh, maybe it was just a cuddle, or maybe he was just swaying with her. So this is them right there. So I think whoever was taking video of this concert had no idea these people were gonna be famous. So you see them kissing, they're swaying together, having a good old time.
So it's very clear from that video, they were close.
Well, I mean, clearly they were together.
This wasn't a first date, look, is what I'm saying.
So astronomer, now he has tendered his resignation. They accepted it, and that was almost an inevitability.
Right, and everything the company was saying about, look, this is not even so much about, by the way, the thing that astronomer put out today, they said, we're a small firm. It is a small AI firm. They're not used to this level of attention. They don't know how to handle it. Right now, they're really just concerned about their investors.
Right.
They're concerned about their customers.
And also, not just the investors, but the staff. Because here you've got the CEO allegedly hooking up with the HR chief.
I don't think we have to say allegedly anymore.
Well, with the HR chief.
Right.
So
we still don't know what's happening.
We don't know what's happened to her.
Right.
Now, she is a junior person under him. So if it were, somebody else,
they're not going to fire her.
But here's the thing. Because she's HR, that makes a difference.
Right.
And I think that's where we just don't know what's going to happen there.
Right.
Here's the thing. Coldplay is having a moment. I mean, I hate to say this.
Coldplay is getting more attention than they've had in a long, long time. And by the way, I'm not saying that they're not popular. They clearly are selling out stadiums still, so popular.
What band are they
talking about?
Everybody's talking about Coldplay right now.
Yeah, and so the concert that they had after this big one with Astronomer, they had somebody in the audience was holding up a sign. It was like a woman, and she was with her husband, and she goes, "Not my CEO," with like an arrow pointing to him. The jokes are rolling, you guys.
It's been at every sporting event, every public gathering, people have made a reference to being caught on a Jumbotron. They did it I saw it at 3 different sporting events at least this weekend.
Morgan Wallen did
Morgan Wallen, this is hilarious, you guys. Look at this.
With their side chick or whatever. I think you're safe here. I don't condone cheating anymore.
Anymore.
Now, here's the funniest thing. You know that at every concert now, this is going to become a thing on the Kiss Cam, that people are going to duck and run every time.
When they start doing the Kiss Cam thing, if you have something to hide, go to the bathroom.
But they're going to,
everybody's
everybody's just going to do it. Even like husbands and wives and whatnot, they're all going to just do it. Which, by the way, is great cover for the people who are actually having an affair, because everybody's going to do it now.
Hi, my name's Anik. I'm from New York. I honestly feel like he did the right thing by stepping down. He didn't have a choice, and due to the embarrassment from coworkers and his family, like, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Okay, we have been working on something which may explain some of the commotion in here earlier. Tragically, we now have an answer.
Right. When we come back, we're going to tell you about the tragic death of a cast member of the Cosby Show. And we'll tell you all the circumstances. We've been working on this all morning, just got it. We will have that for you when we come back.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. We have been working on a story this morning that sadly we now have the answer because, and I say sadly because what we've learned is that Malcolm-Jamal Warner, former Cosby Show star, died over the weekend. And we have an unconfirmed but very reliable source telling us what happened here.
What we know at this moment, as we talk to you now, is that we're told from the source Charles just mentioned that this was an accidental drowning of some sort. And so I mean, that's one of the reasons there's been commotion this morning. And we've been working on it. We confirmed the death. I can tell you that some members of the Cosby Show know and are very upset that Bill Cosby didn't know at the time we published, but is being informed right now. It probably knows right now because it's been just a couple of minutes. And it's just a really, really tragic turn.
Yeah. And he had been, even after the Cosby Show, working very steadily. He actually has a podcast that he does now. And in fact, the latest episode just dropped a few days ago. So we had been told by one source, and again, we are still working to confirm every detail here, but by one source that he was on vacation at the time. So this was not apparently something that happened at his home. But we are going to try to get more information. Obviously, we will update you, especially throughout the show.
Yeah, if we get more by the end of the show, we will tell you.
Celeste from New York. I am absolutely devastated as someone. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was my first crush. I mean, I have loved him, loved his career. He was the most beautiful person. I had the pleasure of meeting him. He's commented on my social media posts that I've made about him. I mean, I couldn't think of a most warm, loving soul than this. And it's so, I can't believe it. Like, I'm looking at the headline. I thought maybe like somebody else associated with him. And it is just so devastating. I could tell you that you could talk about Cosby being America's dad. He was, for a generation of us, America's first love. Okay. He was our first love. He was vulnerable. He was funny. He was loving. He was a sweetheart. I mean, we grew up with Theo and even Malcolm as he grew up and doing other stuff in his career. This is such not the news that anyway, I loved him. And it's such oh God, I can't even go on about this.
No, we feel you.
No, we do.
It is the reaction a lot of people are having right now.
You may have heard over the weekend that the players on the WNBA
All-Star game,
they wanted to make a big statement, and they did.
They used the All-Star game stage to make their statement about salaries during warm-ups wearing T-shirts that said, "Pay us what you owe us."
That's a really interesting way of putting it. Pay us what you owe us.
To make that statement to the league while you're at the All-Star game is, man.
Well, now, if you really look at that literally, they're almost saying, give us back pay because you owe us is almost back. Now, I don't know they're saying that.
For people who haven't been following the WNBA, the league had been struggling as far as making money. In fact, it loses money regularly. It is now starting to make a profit because of the popularity of the league with Caitlin Clark and other players who have Angel Reese, that rivalry. All of that is making the league much more popular. They're expanding.
They make a little more than $70,000 on average a season, which is dwarfed, obviously, by what the NBA makes. But the NBA is extremely profitable, and the WNBA is not. Come on over to our sports department.
There was an interesting twist in this after the All-Star game, and the players made that statement. Someone came out swinging for them.
Big guy.
Tell them about it.
Big guy.
A big guy.
Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports' honcho came out, and he's obviously been a huge Caitlin Clark fan over the years, been real supportive of her. And following the demonstration on the court, he basically said they do deserve more pay. Here's his whole video on it.
I don't know how anybody in the world with a brain, and maybe my brain is just bigger than most, can rationally say the women don't deserve more money at this point. Caitlin Clark's rookie salary is $76,000. Nikki Smokes, Mincy make more than her. It's insane. They're not saying they want to be paid like NBA players, but they deserve more of the revenue. And why would they ever, in a million years, sign any deal that's remotely similar to the past when they, for the first time in the history of the league, have all the power?
I get what Dave Portnoy is saying, and that, you know, you want to pay these players money, and they've become very famous, especially Caitlin Clark. But the reality is, where does the money come from if the league itself, my understanding is the league is just turning a profit finally.
Right.
But they've been losing money up until this point.
Agreed. I'm super confused by it as well. I don't know where they want this money to come from. I was reading some more on it this morning, and it seems like they want it more going forward because they signed a $2.2 billion deal with Disney, the media rights, right? So that's there. And then they're expanding teams, and each team is $250 million expansion fee. So that's, I guess...
And then you would expect once that money comes in,
right, that they want more
that
of
they
that
would
money.
pay them more.
And that's where the rub is. There's a CBA negotiation going on right now where they want a more percentage, and the WNBA wants more of a fixed rate, and I think that's where the rub is.
But at this moment, does the WNBA actually owe the players more if they've been operating in the red?
Yeah, I don't see, and that's the argument. I don't know how you can ask for more if
But all this is going to be settled once they make a new agreement, right?
CBA,
they're in a negotiation for a collective bargaining
But don't you wait to wear that shirt when the deal is signed?
Well, that's so.
No, you want to put the pressure on before you go into negotiate.
They had a meeting on Thursday.
But they don't owe it to them yet, is what I'm saying to you. They don't owe it to them
If
yet.
you're the players and you see that the league is signing all these media rights things for all this money, you want your cut. That's it.
Right.
I think it's pretty bold of them to do that on the All-Star stage.
It's Jamil reporting live in Texas, and I don't believe that the WNBA should be getting the same as the NBA or even close to it. Now, if the league was full of Caitlin Clarks, then that'll be something different because I don't think that is entertaining. It's like watching reruns of the Titanic. It's not entertainment.
That's harsh and not fair.
I mean, you know how Titanic ends. The game, at least, you don't know how it's going to end.
But there is some violence against Caitlin Clark. So there.
Coming up.
Ray J's big moment in Hollywood with TMZ After Dark. His first time guest hosting on our new tour. It was...
Wait till you see this.
It was...
the best party in Hollywood.
Best party in Hollywood.
The best party
by the way,
in Hollywood.
And Drake and Kendrick, pay attention because you both came up on this tour.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Justin Timberlake made Portland kids' dream come true by joining a bike bus ride. And they always listen to Justin Timberlake.
Cry me a river when they fall.
It's TMZ.
I don't like to do this, but every now and then I got to hand it to you when you actually come up with a good idea.
How I don't even know how to receive this.
It's a compliment.
It's so unusual.
So, of course, we've had our TMZ Hollywood tour, celebrity tour for
10 years.
10 years.
And this is where our buses roll around Hollywood and West Hollywood and Beverly Hills. And we show you all the places that TMZ made famous over the years.
And a few weeks ago, you decided that we should turn it into a party on Saturday nights.
Turned up.
Okay, don't do that. TMZ After Dark. Well, it went to a whole new level this weekend because we got a celebrity guest host, Ray J.
So we have Miles, the DJ, on the bus playing music as we're rolling up Hollywood Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard, Sunset Boulevard, stopping at bars, people getting shots, having a wild time. Ray J is the host, and he was amazing. Watch this.
So that was just at one of the stops that we make on the bus at Saddle Ranch.
I can't believe Ray J got in the bowl.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't know. I mean, he was all in.
Harvey,
but this is.
I texted you. I went.
Oh, I know.
I texted you.
Yeah,
and
we saw the
said,
video, Tawanda. We know you went.
I don't know why they put that video in there. It was like one song, one moment. I texted you and I said, you got a hit on your hands. Literally every single person on that bus. One couple was like, we weren't going to buy it, but our friends bought it for our birthday, and we're so glad they did. They want to come again.
It's just a gigantic party.
It was like the most fun I've actually had on a Saturday night in a while.
I thought one of the best moment was that Ray J turned into, not only was he a host, he's kind of an ambassador. Because there was a moment where Miles played Not Like Us.
Oh, this is great.
And everyone on the bus was loving it, having a great time. And then Ray J felt like he wanted to make sure that Drake was not disrespected.
He stopped the song.
He stopped. He said, hang on, we got to be fair. We got to play my man Drake. We got to play his new song. And then they played that one, and then Ray J went into this whole thing about how much he loves Drake. So
we're Team Drake or Team Kendrick on the bus?
He was team both. It was very mutual. He
what
said,
about the bus?
No, the bus.
It's in the West Coast. It was Team Kendrick.
Right.
I was Team Drake.
But here's the thing. I mean, it was bold of Ray J to be.
Wait, you guys want to know what the best part is? Yeah, okay, Kendrick Drake. The best part was being able to be on a bus going through Hollywood singing One Wish with Ray J and Brandy. Oh, that is like top 10 moments of like, I've been in LA for 10 years. That's definitely top 5 moments. I'm being dead. I'm being so serious.
And Ray was so into this.
He said, guess what?
He was the best. He wants
to keep doing it over and over and over again. He had a great time.
Open invitation.
He said, call him on Wednesday to set it up for Saturday.
Wait a minute, call him on Wednesday. What is
he,
sleeping for 2 days?
I mean, you don't want to get it too early.
Learned two things from the Ray J tour. One, first of all, I didn't know it was possible to get rejected from Soho House. That's like not being able to get a table at Cheesecake Factory. And two, of course, he played I Hit It First because my man could not step outside without reminding us all that he did date Kim K. So I think the song, it's less of a song. It's more a lifestyle now for him. And he could be at a fundraiser, a funeral, that track's getting played. So it's iconic, it's unhinged, and I got to respect it.
He's the best. I mean, he is the best. And he did play I Hit It First.
Please don't play that at my funeral.
Anyway, we're doing it every Saturday night, just FYI. If you're in LA, it is so fun. We launch at the Hard Rock Cafe, 7:30 Saturday night.
Coming up.
Is there actually a way for Donald Trump to put the Jeffrey Epstein scandal to rest? There is one expert who says yes, there is a plan.
Not just an expert, somebody who has deep involvement in this saga.
Exactly, and Alan Dershowitz is going to join us when we come back. This is going to be very, very interesting.
Be right back.
Welcome back to TMZ Live. The Epstein files will not stop haunting President Trump. No matter how much he says that he wants people to stop talking about it, it continues. It just persists on Capitol Hill and around the country. So is there a way that he could actually make this go away? We know that he last week urged Pam Bondi to release a portion of the grand jury testimony, which isn't really going to reveal anything.
It's not.
No. But perhaps there is a way he could. And there is someone who's got a suggestion for him, someone who is very connected to this case, as in he represented Jeffrey Epstein. That is famed attorney Alan Dershowitz. And he is joining us now to talk about the Epstein files and what the president could possibly do. Alan, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thanks for having me.
Alan, over the weekend, you said, and it sure made sense to me, that the key to this case is Ghislaine Maxwell, and that Congress should give her some form of use immunity to get her to talk, because you said she has all the secrets. My question to you is, what's in it for her to do that if all she gets is use immunity? What about cutting her a deal with the sentence she currently has?
Well, that should be done. The sentence she currently has is not a sentence that was really imposed on her. It was imposed on the dead Jeffrey Epstein. You don't get 20 years for being an assistant or a secretary, even if there were serious crimes. And she had nothing to do with any alleged trafficking. In any event, she should have her sentence commuted. She should be given total immunity, called before Congress, and she'll tell everything. She knows everything. She made all the reservations. When I had to fly down to represent him in front of the Palm Beach District Attorney's Office or in front of the U.S. Attorney's Office, she's the one who made the arrangements. She knows who was on his plane. She knows who was innocent. If there were any guilty people, she knows who they are. And if you gave her complete immunity and let her out of prison and made a deal with her, this would solve the problem forever. The real problem is that because Jeffrey Epstein is dead, there's no one to hold responsible except her. And so she has borne the brunt of his wrongdoing, even though she was not responsible anywhere near the degree to which he was.
Alan, you know that what we've heard from people, who are clamoring for this file to be released is that they want everyone who was involved in this, anyone who did something criminal and untoward, that they should be held responsible. So what you're suggesting, though, is that they let someone out of prison, the one person who was held accountable, and I hear your point about her sentence being too long, but she was held accountable, and now you're saying release her. I'm not sure how that's going to go over with the public.
No, I agree. It's a difficult decision to make, but she's already served a long period of time. Let me give you an example of what would be found in the file. There's a woman whose name was Sarah Ransom, and she filed an affidavit under oath subject to perjury in which she said that she had in her possession videotapes of Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Richard Branson, and others having sex with 13, 14, and 15-year-olds. She sent emails to that effect to Maureen Callahan of the New York Post. Everybody checked it out. The story didn't check out. It wasn't true. And so she ultimately admitted to the New Yorker that she had committed perjury, essentially, that she had lied, that she had made false statements that got people in trouble. Right now, only her accusations are in public, but the information that shows that she made up the story has been sealed. Indeed, her own affidavit has been sealed. People don't even know that she filed a perjurious affidavit. So I'm in favor of having everything out there. And we're not going to get the whole story unless Ghislaine Maxwell is prepared to testify as to the whole story. And so you got to bite the bullet and you got to say, look, if we really want the whole story out, she served a long prison term already. Let her out of prison, give her total immunity, and she'll have no reason not to testify as to everything. And if there are, in fact, guilty people, let them, in fact, be punished. But if there are falsely accused people, let the false accusers be punished. There has to be justice on all sides of this issue.
So my recon in this case is that the grand jury transcript is not going to provide much information because it's kind of lasered in on very specific crimes and not generally. My recon is also that the Justice Department files is not going to be particularly revealing either. I know from what I'm told, is that Trump's name is mentioned more than a few times, nothing untoward there.
That's right.
It seems to me that the real information may come from the various civil cases that were filed against Epstein and Maxwell. You have been privy to a lot of those files. That's my understanding. Am I right?
You're right that that's where the information would be, and that 2 or 3 judges, federal judges, have been the ones who've sealed this information, and they've sealed it primarily in order to protect the victims. But we don't know how many of them are victims and how many of them are perpetrators. How many of them are mixed victims, perpetrators? That is, they may have been victimized and then they victimized others by falsely accusing them for money. This is a very complex picture, a very complex story. And the only way to get to the bottom of it is to reveal all the written information, and that will give you maybe 30 or 40% of the information. The rest will have to come from Ghislaine Maxwell. So make a deal with her. That's the way the criminal justice system generally operates. Let's make a deal. And as Abby Hoffman once said, the only justice in the criminal system takes place. The only justice in the halls of justice take place in the halls when you make deals. And I think it's time for a deal to exchange information from Ghislaine Maxwell for allowing her to complete her sentence in a reasonable period of time.
Do you think she would play ball if all she gets is use immunity?
I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't been in contact with her for years. I have no idea. But
it just doesn't seem like there's a lot in it for her if all she gets is we're not going to prosecute you for what you say.
And especially since she's already been prosecuted. Look, she has a very, very strong argument that she was covered by the immunity deal that was struck between the civil plaintiffs and Jeffrey Epstein. It included all co-conspirators, and she was allegedly a co-conspirator. So I think striking an appropriate deal with her is a win-win. It's a win for justice, and it's a win for total transparency because she'll tell the truth.
All right.
We appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And by the way, I haven't heard Abby Hoffman quoted in years, so that was a bonus.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thanks,
Sure.
Alan.
Coming up.
Selena Gomez celebrating a big birthday in style, not only with her fiance, but with maybe her most famous friend. You'll see what they were doing to celebrate when we come back.
Be right back.
So big weekend for Selena Gomez, celebrating her 33rd birthday. And what we learned is the squad is alive and kicking.
Well, the remnants of the squad.
The remnants
of the squad. No Blake Lively, no Gigi Hadid. Well, I'm sorry, but it was the remnants.
There have been a few,
So Taylor
falling
Swift
outs.
shows up at her birthday party.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal.
It was a 70s style, and Benny Blanco definitely was dressed the part. Taylor was there with Benny and Selena and several other friends, and a good time was had.
This party looks so amazing. So they even did the filter from all the photos in like the 70s theme style, but it was at the Roosevelt in Hollywood.
Which is a great landmark.
Iconic hotel. This was clearly on the rooftop of the Roosevelt. But yeah, Taylor Swift was there. Unclear if Travis was there, but I know
I think he wasn't because
he's got training camp started.
Well, but we know he was in LA on Friday.
He doesn't always go to the start of training camp.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. But there's just no picture of him. You'd think there would be.
She didn't post it in the gallery.
The Roosevelt is the greatest place.
Oh, it's so fun.
Especially
haunted.
to have a 70s style.
Right, and it's because it's so retro and it's on the roof and it's beautiful.
I'm so curious because, Selena and Benny, they got engaged in December. Like, is Taylor Swift going to be the maid of honor in their wedding? That would be the most epic maid of honor. Or does she perform? Like, this wedding has to be going down this year.
She may well be.
She could be the maid of honor.
She may well be the maid of honor. That's
be a star-studded.
I know who won't.
That's a fancy maid.
Kristen from South Dakota. Selena looks stunning at her birthday party. She totally nailed the 70s theme. Taylor being there made it even better. I'm so happy for Benny and Selena. This is Selena in her main character era.
What state are you in?
South Dakota.
I'm fascinated by the background. So is this like a real Western type home that you're in?
No, not really. It's more modern. I don't live in the country. We don't ride horses.
Okay, it wasn't offensive.
Everyone who lives in
I just
South
like
Dakota
the
has gotta
background.
be-
I mean, give me.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Ooh.
Apologies
I totally
to South
offended
Dakota.
her.
Wow.
Okay, every
she was living in a barn.
No, I liked it. I actually liked it. Okay. Every weekend we put polls up on our website. Find out what you thought about things that we posted over the past week. We did it this weekend. Here are the results.
All right. Donald Trump wrote Epstein letter.
That letter.
Zero doubt he wrote it, or total
BS.
You know what?
Wow. They're not believing Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, next. If the Justice Department file isn't released, it shows Trump is implicated, or there are a million reasons, not just Trump.
It's got to be a million reasons, right?
No. Look at that. That's aligning. That aligns with all.
I think that's what
everything we
people
see with
think.
Trump.
That's what people think. But again, from the intel you have, is that
he's not in the files.
He's not implicated. There's nothing implicated.
Well, he's mentioned.
He's
mentioned a lot,
right.
More than several times.
Right.
But nothing untoward.
All right.
Okay, next one.
Free Ghislaine Maxwell.
How about this?
Yes, she'll spill all the secrets, or keep her locked up.
That's got to be the first by a lot.
They want this.
Oh my God! Are you kidding?
Well, you know why?
No,
because they want because they want everyone who is, they believe, responsible should be held accountable, should be brought to justice.
Everybody.
She's actually been brought to justice.
You literally just heard Alan Dershowitz say that she holds all the secrets and everybody wants to know, yet you're saying
nobody wants to let someone off.
You're inconsistent. Okay, next. Though they're inconsistent. CEO busted a Coldplay concert. He deserves what he got, and he got a lot. Or I feel bad for him. I'm really interested in this.
Ooh, they're going to say deserves.
By a lot.
A lot.
Wow.
Not even close.
What do you mean he deserves what he got? I mean, the thing is ridiculous.
Okay, Jamie.
Jamie feels very, very strongly about this.
I mean, whose business is it that this guy was philandering on his wife? I mean, and this Coldplay guy, screw him.
The Coldplay guy, all he did was just play at a show.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's stepping out on his wife. Screw this. Coldplay, a total jerk.
We're doing polls. We are going to take a break.
All right, let's see what else we can say and do to piss off Jamie. When we come back, Charli XCX hitched. Who saw this coming? But it was quite the affair. We'll show you when we come back.
Be right back.
Buckle up, party people, because the TMZ After Dark Tour has hit Hollywood. Get ready for a 2-hour rager on wheels. Join Ray J and other guest hosts as he shows you the hottest restaurants, sickest clubs, and stops at banging bars along the way. Plus, DJ Miles dropping beats as we cruise down Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, baby. The festivities kick off every weekend from the Hard Rock Cafe at 7:30 p.m. So head to TMZTour.com to book your tickets for the TMZ After Dark Tour. It's gonna be epic.
Well, pop music had a big wedding this weekend that I didn't heard anybody talking about.
No, nobody knew this was happening.
But,
well, some people knew.
Yeah, I'm sure that Charli XCX and George Daniel, the drummer from the 1975, they certainly knew. And they had a wedding this weekend. It was pretty small from what we're told. Just some family, close friends.
It is small. Look how small that is.
Yeah.
You know the weird thing? Matty Healy wasn't there.
He wasn't?
He was not there.
So George Daniel is the drummer from the 1975. Matty Healy is
am I right
the
about
front man.
Yeah. So they've been together for 3 years now.
But Matty Healy was not there.
He wasn't photographed, so we don't really know. But I feel like he would make it apparent.
He wouldn't want to stay out of photos, would he? Anyway.
Exactly. You think you'd want to support your bandmate. But people also noticed that Troye Sivan wasn't photographed either. And he just went on tour with Charli XCX. So a little odd, but my guess is that this was just more of like a quaint family thing. And then they're going to have some big blowout party like the Bezos did.
So she was smoking during?
I mean, yeah, it's Charli. That's very Brad of her to light up a cigarette.
That's hysterical. Did you know?
Smoke him if you got him.
I mean, that she was engaged?
Yeah, it was in 2022 where they came out that they were going to be engaged.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
2022?
Yeah, so they were first
You don't really
linked in 2022.
No, are you that plugged into like 1975 and
that's why I'm asking her.
Oh, but I guess no, it wasn't known that they were necessarily engaged, but that's when they were public.
Right.
So, but like
We've
we all
known that they were
kinda knew it
dating.
was
I just
coming.
didn't know that they were getting married.
I
Anyway,
didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What I mean to say is
congratulations.
congrats.
But so happy for
Congratulations.
her. Yeah, I'm jealous.
Hi, I'm Deidreana, and I'm calling in from Florida, and I'm going to be speaking a little bit more about Charli's wedding. So it's no secret that Brat was a massive cultural moment last summer that really solidified Charli's icon status in pop music.
Yeah.
And with that being said, it's just amazing to see her continue that Brat aesthetic at such a personal moment and important time in her life. And it really just feels authentic and incredibly on brand for her to choose a Vivienne Westwood gown. And Vivienne Westwood is such an iconic designer, really known for making punk fashion mainstream. And soft grunge fashion has always been a part of Charli's brand. And when you see a Vivienne Westwood bridal gown, you know that it's for the cool girl. And even though the design is simple and understated, she still made it her own by adding that special.
Okay, we get it. You're doing.
Believe me,
You're doing a lot.
Believe me, Harvey was going on and on about Vivienne Westwood.
Yeah,
this
I just
morning.
couldn't. I couldn't
Right.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you guys want to talk about? Oh,
You guessed
Coldplay.
it.
We got it.
We get
yes,
it.
but I feel like this is a lesson for every single person. The truth would always, and it's always gonna be revealed in the future. So just, be honest with your life.
I know what you're saying, but as often been said, they could have avoided all this. They brought it on themselves.
It's just when you see their reaction, it's just, yikes. Okay, one more.
Yes, I'm Kim's Corner CEO from South Carolina. Malcolm-Jamal Warner. This news just came out. I am still in shock right now, and prayers to his family and friends. I used to watch this show growing up, y'all, and I don't know how to feel. This has really been a turnaround of my day. This man has accomplished so many things since the Cosby Show. And again, prayers to his family and friends.
Yeah.
By the way,
he has a young daughter.
we did confirm that it was an accidental drowning in Costa Rica. It's really sad.
Coming up.
David Beckham definitely not happy with his barber.
Well, David Beckham brought this on himself.
Okay.
Be right back.
So maybe I said it was Beckham's barber.
That's why I corrected you. This is the problem with retirement. You have too much time on your hands. David Beckham
He's
decides.
not even fully retired.
He decides
works.
he's going to cut his own hair, this mega millionaire, and look at what happens.
What have you done?
The thing of the clippers fell off my head.
You were trying
fell
to
off
give
my
yourself a
clipper.
haircut, and what have you done?
It's not funny.
I'm going to always be honest with you. It looks terrible.
That's easily fixed, though. Just shave the rest of it down to that same height.
I'm going to flex.
That's it.
Check this out. I did this myself for the first time. I did this myself yesterday. And I did, for the first time, yeah.
And
I did. Look.
Wait, but you're bragging about this? Because this feels like a Beckham moment right now.
No, I thought he did a good job.
Okay.
Anyway, sure.
Why aren't you showing us the other side?
We'll see you tomorrow.